non-compete's sake, IP protection in the wake of the federal ban. The Federal Trade Commission would ban most non-compete agreements for employees and independent contractors, with some exceptions for senior executives. This rule is scheduled to take effect in September 2024. An appeals court judge has granted a temporary block on enforcement, however. Cases in Pennsylvania and Texas could result in permanently blocking the rules. Plaintiffs argue the FTC lacks the authority to issue the ban, and across-the-board bans are arbitrary. The FTC says the rule would increase wages, worker mobility, and innovation, while also promoting the creation of new businesses. The ban applies broadly, covering not just full-time employees, but also contractors, interns, volunteers, and others providing services. There are very few exceptions. The only time a non-compete clause might be allowed is when someone sells a business. This federal rule overrides state laws that currently permit non-compete agreements, but it won't affect stricter state laws offering more protection to workers. Increased talent mobility could make it harder for video games and Web3 companies, which rely heavily on innovation and skilled workers, to protect intellectual property. Video game studios will need to adapt their strategies for attracting and retaining talent in the absence of non-compete clauses. An attorney specializing in Web3 can help these businesses revise their employment agreements. These agreements should avoid any restrictive covenants that essentially function like non-compete clauses. Consider including non-solicitation, confidentiality, and non-disclosure provisions, but make sure they're narrowly drafted to comply with the new rule. Develop new policies or agreements to protect intellectual property and enforce copyrights, trademarks, and patents. This FTC decision represents a significant shift in employment law, particularly for industries that rely heavily on innovation. Like and subscribe for more emerging tech and digital media content.